So hey everyone, this video will be about email and SMS marketing guide for e-commerce 2026. And if you're an e-commerce brand owner yourself, this video will be great for you. So make sure that you watch it till the end. I'm going to walk you through what you need to do from A to Z, and let's begin. So look, while everyone's out here chasing the next TikTok trend or burning cash on Facebook ads, there's this one channel that's quietly making e-commerce brands 30 to 40% of their revenue, and it is true, which is email and SMS. I know you're thinking, isn't that old school? Like, who uses email anymore? But here's the thing, guys. While you're paying $50 for someone to click your ad and look at your product and bounce, email and SMS lets you reach them again and again and again without paying a dime for it. You own that relationship, right? You own the list. Today, I'm breaking down exactly how to set this up, whether you're a new brand or you've been running ads but haven't tapped into this gold mine of e-commerce yet. We're focusing on Klaviyo paid with Shopify because honestly, it's the best combo out there for e-commerce brands. So let's get into it. And even if you're using a different platform, I think you will still find some great info in this video. So make sure that you are noting those things down. But first and foremost, why email and SMS actually matters. So let me paint this picture for you. If you're spending money on ads, Facebook, Google, maybe influencer marketing partnerships, or you're getting visitors to your site, they look around, maybe they don't buy, and that is it, right? You've paid for that click and you got nothing back from it. But here's where email and SMS change the game. Once someone gives you their email or phone number, you own that relationship now. So you can reach them again without paying for every single message. Think about it, guys. You are using these channels for 3/4 of the customer journey. After someone becomes aware of your brand through ads, email and SMS handle the consideration phase, the conversation phase, and the conversion phase, and the loyalty phase. So that is huge. Most brands are sitting at a 2 to 3% of email click-through rate and thinking that's normal, but that's because they're doing it wrong. So we are going to fix that today. Let's talk about the e-commerce funnel, right? So before we get tactical, let's understand the funnel. Every customer goes through these stages: awareness, consideration, conversation, and loyalty. And what happens at awareness stage? This is where paid ads and organic social come in. They're discovering that your brand exists. And in the consideration phase, they're thinking about it, comparing options with your competitors, and email and SMS kick in here. Conversion phase, they're ready to buy but might need that final push again, email and SMS. And the loyalty phase, keeping them coming back for more. And you guessed it, email and SMS will help you in that as well. So do you see the pattern right here? While you're paying for that top of the funnel awareness, email and SMS are doing the heavy lifting for everything else, and they should be generating at a minimum of 30% of your total revenue. If they're not, then you're leaving serious money on the table and you're doing something wrong. So now let's get into the tactics. Step one is getting people onto your site and capturing their information, which is the top of the funnel part. And here's a reality check for you. People really buy the first time they hear about you. I don't just click Instagram and immediately buy, and I don't think neither do you. So neither does anyone. So your visitors are your leads. They're showing interest. Now you need their information. And how are you going to get their information? Through a pop-up. And yes, pop-ups. I know everyone says that they hate pop-ups, but here's the truth. A good pop-up will convert at 8 to 12% of your site visitors into email subscribers and about 5% into SMS subscribers. Those are leads you can market to forever. And a bad pop-up is annoying. I get it. A good pop-up offers real value. We are talking 10 to 15% off their first order, free shipping, or a free gift card, or a free gift with purchase, entry into a giveaway, or a free educational content like style guide or how to do a manual. The key is to test different angles and different variations and different offers. Maybe your audience responds better to a $10 off versus a 10% off. Maybe they want free shipping more than a discount. So test it and figure it out. Okay, so now we need to talk about triggers, right? Because when your pop-up shows up matters just as much as what it says. So you've got several options. Page load. Pop-up appears immediately. This works for high intent pages like your product pages. Scroll percentages. Pop-up appears after they have scrolled to, let's say, some percentage down the page. This means they're actually interested because they're browsing your website now. And exit intent. Your pop-up appears when they are about to leave. This is a last chance to capture their information. And last but not the least, time delay. Pop-up shows after 30 to 60% on the site, gives them time to look around first. You can play along with it. You can keep it to 60 seconds or 6 seconds, completely depending upon the products that you're selling. And here's a pro tip for you. These are a multi-step pop-ups where you ask a question first, then you collect their email. For example, what's your style? They pick an option, then boom, enter your email to get personalized recommendation. These personalized email pop-ups converts like crazy. So make sure that you're testing that for your brand. And here's something important as well. Just getting a 2% form to 8% will literally 4x your email revenue in the long run. So mess around with the different types of copy, designs, and offers. Experiment with offers like X% off to X dollar off, free shipping, free item with your first order, enter for a chance to win a giveaway of some sort or receive a free X course. In Klaviyo, setting these up is super straightforward. You can literally do this within 30 minutes. So go around in the pop-up library and pick whatever you like. And now you're capturing leads, which is great. But let's talk email campaigns now. These are the broadcasts that you send to your list. So first rule, mix educational and promotional content. If every email is buy now, 20% off, people will tune out and they'll unsubscribe. Instead, follow a ratio like this. For every promotional email, send one or two or three that provide value without asking for anything. Educational emails could be how to use the product, style guides, behind the scenes content, customer success stories, or industry tips related to your niche. If you're in the skincare niche, customer success stories would work a lot. If you are in apparel, style guides would work a lot. So depending upon your niche, you can play around with these and start with one email per week. Then you can ramp that up to 3 or 4 per week. Yes, per week. But won't people unsubscribe? If that's what you're thinking, some men, but let them. The people who stay are your actual buyers, and here's a resource that's going to help. Use really good emails. This site has thousands of examples of great email campaigns. When you're stuck on what to write, go there, get inspired, and adapt to it to your brand. Just for reference, this is the really good emails website. You can search email here with a keyword. So let's say right now I am on abandonment cart. So this is showing me some examples of abandonment cart, and you can go through its library and they have a lot of types and categories, and it's a very good resource for you to get inspired. The second one is build. Here you can follow brands, whatever brands that you want to follow, and you will receive their email marketing, so you can get inspired from here as well. You won't be able to search here, but like let's say if you are following Michael Kors, right, whatever campaigns that they're sending, you'll be able to see it right here. And it's same with every single brand that you can see on here, Nike, Macy's. So check these websites out and make great emails. And before you get inspired from all of those brands, let me give you some campaign ideas that work across almost any e-commerce brand. So it will be holiday sales, something like Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Valentine's Day. These are money printers if you do them correctly. Customer testimonials, share real reviews and real results. Social proof, sell. People buy from people, right? So how to use X product, educational content that also reminds them why they need your stuff. Seasonal bestsellers are top 5 products for summer, for autumn, for winter. These are easy to create and actually helpful because you're suggesting them something. And mythbusters, if you are in the supplement industry, if you're like selling creatine, people have a lot of myths around creatine, so you can use an angle like this. You can address common objections or misconceptions in your industry, and text emails like message from the founder, people buy from people again, so you can share your story. And text-based email, I love text-based emails. They feel very personal. Just make sure that you're not overdoing them, because then the effectiveness of that goes in the bin. But if you do it like twice or thrice a month, that will convert very nicely. Last but not the least, blog post promotion. If you're creating content, you should promote it and drive traffic back to your website. And the list goes on, but the key is variety. Don't let your emails become predictable, because then people would get bored and they will tune out from your email list, and you don't want that. And honestly, segmentation is your secret weapon. And here's what most people mess up. They treat their entire email list the same, which is a very big mistake. You need to segment. This means dividing your list into groups based on their behavior. So your main engaged segment should be people who have opened your email in the last 30 days, or clicked an email in the last 60 days, or made a purchase in the last 90 days. These are your hottest leads. Send most of your campaigns to this group, but don't forget about the others as well. Create re-engagement campaigns. You can create 1 or 2 re-engagement campaigns for people who have gone cold. Something like, we miss you, here's this discount off, or here's we have new products came in, or something like that. Or you can segment by purchase history, like bought a product A but not product B, or browse behavior like looked at this category but didn't buy, or location for different offers for different regions, or VIP customers who spend over X amount. In Klaviyo, you can set these up once and they automatically update depending upon the people that who are coming in, and it's pretty beautiful, right? Technology. The goal is right message, right person, right timing. And if you combine these 3 things, you will make money. So now let's talk about flow automation, because that is where real money is. I cannot stress this enough. Flows will save your months for you. So this is where the magic happens, right? Flows. Automated messages that send based on customer behavior, a sort of behavior that is triggered on the website. That's how these run. Every single e-commerce brands need these 5 flows, non-negotiables. There are a lot more, but these are the basic foundation, non-negotiable. So number one is welcome flow. As soon as someone signs up, they immediately get a series of 3 to 5 emails introducing your brand, your story, your best sellers. First email goes out immediately. Second one can go after 1 or 2 days, and the third one can go after 2 or 3 days. Number two, browse abandoned flow. When someone visits a particular product page, but doesn't add to cart, after a few hours, you can send them an email reminding them about the product, including social proof about that product, and maybe a small incentive later down the line. Number three, added to cart flow. This is the money maker. Someone adds to the cart but doesn't check out. You send 3 to 4 emails over the next few days. First one might just be a reminder. Second one could be about reviews, testimonials. Third one might offer a discount if need to. And number four, post purchase flow. They bought something awesome. Now thank them, ask for a review, suggest them complimentary product, educate them on how to use that product and what they've bought. Number five, last but not the least, win back flow. Haven't purchased in 60 days, 90 days, 120 days. Time to bring them back with a special offer or a new product announcement. This works. Each flow should have 4 to 10 messages. Yes, that many. And here's the thing, test, test, test. Try different subject lines, different copies, different angles, different offers. The data will tell you what works. And as soon as you know what works, you need to double down ASAP. So let me do a proper breakdown on the abandonment cart flow, because this is probably going to be your biggest revenue driver. So messaging one can be send one after someone abandons their cart. Subject line could be, did you forget something? You can keep it simple and show them what's in the cart and make checkout easy with a big button up front. Message number two, you can send them after 24 hours later. Subject line could be, still thinking over it. Now you are adding social proof, including customer reviews. Show how many people have bought this product. Maybe add some urgency like it's low on stock or it's going to be sold out soon. If it's true, or you can create a white lie as well. Messaging number three, sending it after 48 to 72 hours later. Subject line could be, last chance, here's 10% off. You can now provide an incentive. And as you can see right here, we are providing an incentive after the second email, because again we are saving margins through this, so that's good. So that's a good practice. And okay, so now we are bringing out the discount, but only now, not immediately. You will be surprised how many people without needing the discount. So that's what we are doing strategically in the messaging one and the messaging two. Basically emails, we are not giving them any discount, and we are showing them testimonials, reviews, product USPs, and what it can do for them, how it can change their life. And most people will convert there, and for the people who are not converting there, maybe a discount will help them convert. Optional messaging number four, basically email number four. 1 week later, subject line could be, we saved your cart. One last touch point, maybe showcase related products they might like instead. So between these 3 or 4 emails, you should recover 20 to 30% of your abandonment cart, and that's huge money that would otherwise be lost. And the great thing about flows is that you have to make it right once, and they will print money for you on autopilot. But here's the biggest mistake that I see: brands having their abandonment cart flow triggered when someone check out again. Sounds good, right? Wrong, because Klaviyo's abandonment trigger actually fires when someone has checked out but didn't place an order. So you have got brands sending emails saying, hey, you left something in your cart, to people who literally just entered their payment info and bounced. These are two completely different scenarios that needs completely different messaging. So the person who added to cart and left, they're still browsing, they're still deciding. The person who started checkout and entered their email, they're way more serious. They got all the way to the payment page. You need different flows for these different behaviors. One's an added to cart flow and the other is an abandonment checkout flow. Although in new versions of Klaviyo, this issue has been fixed, but if you still got your old flows up, you might want to check it out and see what's the trigger of the flow. If you're going wrong, as I've talked to you about here, make sure that you are rectifying it. Some other critical flows mistakes, and let me rapid fire some other flow killers. Mistake number one, your flow is way too short. Most brands send maybe 2, maybe 3 emails and call it a day. Meanwhile, the best performance are running 5 to 7 email sequences. You've got way more room to work with than you think. Mistake number two, if you're not segmenting based on cart value. Someone who abandoned a $45 purchase needs a different approach than someone who abandoned a $450 purchase. Maybe the $400 person gets a phone call from your team or special high value offer. And mistake number three, your CTAs are weak. I see so many emails without buttons that say continue shopping or view cart. How about claim your items before they are gone, or complete your order in 2 minutes? Make it urgent, make it action oriented, guys. Mistake number four, you're not showcasing the actual products. This should be obvious, but I still see generic abandonment cart emails that don't even show what's in their cart. People need to see that cozy sweater or those sneakers they fell in love with, guys. And mistake number five, no incentive progression. Here's a strategy that works incredibly well. Start with urgency and scarcity with no discount, then introduce a small incentive in email 3 or 4. then maybe increase it in the email 6. And if they still haven't converted, you're training customers to wait for the discount if you lead with it. Mistake number 6, you're not addressing objections. Think about what's stopping people from buying and tackle it head on. If you're in apparel niche, or you're selling shapewears, worried about sizing, free returns within 60 days. Now you are giving them assurance. Not sure if it's right for you. You are showcasing some customer reviews and testimonials. Here's what 500 other customers are saying. Something like that. Do these things and you will convert a lot of revenue for your brand. You won't even need to run discounts like a maniac. You can just use social proof, testimonials, and you're good to go. And let's talk SMS marketing for a second, the closer, because this is where things get really interesting, right? SMS has an 8 to 10% click-through rate, email has 1 or 2. That's 4 or 5 times higher than engagement. Why? Because text feel more personal, more immediate. When someone gives you their phone number, they are saying, yeah, I actually want to hear from you. But this is important, guys. Do not abuse it. Send way fewer texts than emails, maybe 2 or 4 SMS per month max. Save it for your best offers and your biggest announcements and your biggest time-sensitive deals, so you're not spamming people with SMS. And SMS works amazingly well for flash sales like next 3 hours only, back in stock alerts, abandonment cart reminders, which are even more effective than email, VIP early access, and last chance offers. In Klaviyo, you can set up SMS flows just like email flows. Actually, you should be doing both. When someone abandons a cart, they get both an email and a text few hours later. Multi-channel approach always in. But if you're not up to using it on abandons, let's say you can use it on when someone has abandoned their checkout cart. Quick but important note on SMS compliance, because you can get in serious trouble if you mess this up. You must have explicit consent. That means a checkbox that specifically says they are agreeing to receive text. It can't be hidden in your terms and conditions, guys. Every text needs to be clearly identify your business. You must provide an easy way to opt out, usually just replying stop. If they just reply stop, they will be out of your SMS list. Don't text before 8 a.m. or after 9 p.m. in their time zones. Just don't. And keep messages under 160 characters when possible. SMS is meant to be short and punchy. Follow these rules and you will find. Break them and you're looking at a serious fines. So it's not worth it. Alright, so now let's talk about numbers, right? The actual metrics that matter. If you're not measuring, you're not improving, guys. So here are the metrics you need to watch out for. Pop-up form conversion rate, you want 8 to 12 for email, 5% for SMS. If you're below this, test different things, offers and triggers to make sure that you're going up to 8 or 12 for email and 5 for SMS. Email open rate should be at least at a 40%. 40 to 50% is good. Subject lines matter here. Email click rate should be 1 or 2, that's like the average, but you should be pushing for 3 or 4 with good segmentation and great content. SMS click rate should be around 8 to 10%. If it's lower, you're probably texting too often or your offers aren't compelling to the audience. And here's the big one, revenue split. 50% should come from campaign, which are the broadcasts you send, and 50% from flows, which are the automated sequences. If your flows are making less than 50%, they're not optimized properly. And if your campaigns are not making around 50%, then the strategy behind is not good. So optimize it properly. And the ultimate metric, revenue from Klaviyo should be around 30 to 40%. In some cases, it can go up to 50% as well. That is pretty rare, but I've seen that happen. And you might, if you want that, you can walk all down below right now. But regardless, Klaviyo shows you all these numbers in one dashboard. Check it weekly, look for trends and adjust accordingly. And if you're hitting this, you are winning. But if you're not hitting around 30 to 40%, you are below 20%, there's a massive opportunity on the table. And that means you're probably not doing something right. Shopify plus Klaviyo setup. Let's quickly talk about the setup, because I know some of you are wondering, how do I actually connect this stuff? If you're on Shopify, connecting to Klaviyo is literally a one-click integration away. You can go to Shopify App Store, install Klaviyo, authorize the connection, and boom, all your customer data, purchase history, product catalog sync automatically. From there, you can create your pop-up forms for email and SMS capture, design your email templates, where Klaviyo has templates, or you can build your custom ones inside of a software. Set up all your 5 core flows, set your segmentations up, start sending campaigns. The whole initial setup can be done within a weekend. If you're focused, then it's just about optimizing and scaling. Klaviyo has a free plan of 250 contacts, so you can literally start this today with zero cost. Once you grow beyond that, it's based on a list size, but by that point, it will be paying for itself and 10 times over. And some of the common mistakes to avoid. So before we wrap up, let me save you from mistakes that I see constantly that brands make. Mistake number one, not segmenting. Sending everything to everyone is lazy and ineffective, so make sure that you are not doing that. Mistake number two, only sending promotional emails. You will burn out your list and people will unsubscribe fast, so make sure you're not doing that. You're segmenting properly. Mistake number three, not testing. If you send the same subject line every time without testing alternatives, then you're leaving money on the table because people need different sort of variations, guys. So make sure that you're testing. Mistake number four, offering discounts too quickly. Let your abandonment cart flow run without a discount first. Let them see 2 or 3 emails coming from you without a discount, and you'll be surprised how many people buy from you anyway. Mistake number five, ignoring mobile. 70% of your emails are opened on mobile. So if your emails don't look good on mobile phone, fix that immediately. Make sure you're creating your emails thinking in mind that 70% to 70 to 80% of those emails will be opened inside of a mobile phone. So make sure that you are keeping that inside of your mind. Mistake number six, not cleaning your list. And what do I mean by that? I mean, if someone hasn't engaged in 6+ months, send them a re-engagement campaign, and if they still don't respond, remove them. Desk subscriber hurt your deliverability, guys. And mistake number seven, setting flows up once and forgetting them. Your flows need constant optimization, so make sure that you are A/B testing them quarterly, and you can A/B test subject lines, timings, different CTAs, different body copy. There's a lot which you can test, but for starters, you can try out different timings, different sending times. And let me give you some advanced tactics. These are few advanced tactics before we wrap. And let me give you some of, and before we wrap up, let me give you some advanced tactics. Time-based triggers, test sending emails at different times for different segments. Maybe your audience converts better at 8 p.m. than 2 p.m. Dynamic content, show different people different messaging to first. Dynamic content, show different messaging to first-time visitors versus returning customers because these two are different sort of audiences. SMS integration, if you have SMS enabled, add a text message into sequence around 2 or 3 days, and SMS has insane open rates. Retargeting sync, exclude people in your abandonment cart flow from seeing discount ads. You are already trying to condemn them via email, right? Post purchase flow trigger, if someone completes their order from abandonment cart flow, make sure they exit the flow and enter your welcome/thank you series. And let me give you this sort of action plan, because if you are feeling overwhelmed, which is very common because this can be a lot at sometimes, right? So if you're feeling overwhelmed, don't be. Here's exactly what to do this week. I'm giving you a action plan. Day one, you should install Klaviyo on your Shopify store and set up one pop-up with a 10% discount offer if you're okay with that. Day two, create a 3 email welcome flow for new subscribers. Start from 3, then maybe we can prolong it later on. Day 3, set up a basic abandonment cart flow within 2 or 3 emails. Day 4, create your first email campaign and send it to your list. Day 5, set up your segments, engaged versus non-engaged at minimum. Day 6 or 7, review the data, see what's working, and plan your next campaign. That is it. This is your week. By next Sunday, you'll have a functioning email and SMS system that runs in background, making you money while you sleep. And here's the thing, implement this and track your revenue from Klaviyo for 60 days, and I guarantee you'll add 50 to 50k in your monthly recurring revenue. That will depend on the traffic, but if you have a smaller store, that might be around $500 to $5,000 extra per month. Either way, it's some money that you are not making right now, and email and SMS will help you convert that. The bottom line is, email and SMS marketing isn't sexy, guys. It's not going to get you a million views on TikTok, but it is going to make you more money than almost any other channel that you invest in. So while your competitors are chasing the next viral trend, you are building your own audience that you can reach any time of the year without paying for ads, without dealing with algorithm changes. You're building a real business asset here. This guide covered the strategy and the tactics. Now it's on you to go and implement. Don't overthink it. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Get your pop-up, get your flows running, start sending campaign. The brands winning in 2026 are necessarily the ones with the biggest ad budget. They're the ones with the best systems. So email and SMS, that's a big system. And if you found this video helpful, drop a comment down below and let me know what part you are implementing first. If you want more content like this, deep dives into what actually working in e-commerce right now, make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Now go and build that email list, and your future self will thank you for it. But before you go, I'd like to give you a free audit for your e-commerce brands. Yes, so if you're an e-commerce owner, you can get a free audit from me and my team. We will help you out. We'll give you a free audit, and we'll make sure that we are pointing out all the mistakes that you have currently with your flows and your segmentation and all the good stuff, because I can understand doing all of this at once can get pretty hectic, very overwhelming, and you might not have the time for it. So book a call down below, and I'll see you in the next one.